Let's configure our visual connection now. We created this visual connection called Training Test in our last video, which is between a Jira Cloud instance and an Azure DevOps instance. And now we're ready to start configuring it. In order to configure it, go to the Connections page and hit the Edit Connection button. You'll then be presented with this configuration screen. Whenever you're configuring a visual connection, there are basically two high-level steps. The first one is called Scope, and the second one is called Sync Rules. We'll cover the scope in this video. The first step is to select a project where all the incoming issues will come in. Basically, this is Exalate asking you to nominate a project on the Jira side in which all the incoming issues will be created. So, which project should Exalate use to create those issues whenever Azure DevOps sends over some ticket information to Jira? Exactly by the same token, you need to nominate a project on the Azure DevOps side. So I'm going to choose the Do projects on this end. Now, you're presented with a sync method in the middle. And as you can see, the configuration is both ways, from Jira to Azure DevOps on the top, and the second one is from Azure DevOps to Jira. There are three options available in the drop-down: automatic, manual, and disabled. Using the manual method, remember that an agent will have to manually exalate a ticket by clicking a button and manually sending the ticket over to the other end. The automatic obviously works in the background, where you set up filters and then Exalate will automatically start working based on those filters. It starts sending tickets over to the other end automatically. And finally, you have a choice to disable One Direction, if that suits your business requirements. So if you just want to set up a connection where tickets should be sent from Jira to Azure DevOps, but not the other way around, this would be the configuration you can use. I'll keep it as is for now, and let's talk about the filter entities. The filter entities screen is required when you are setting up an automatic sync. So, let's say we have chosen the automated manner of synchronization, going from Jira to Azure DevOps. We need to define which tickets will go over from Jira to Azure DevOps. So, if we choose automatic here, Exalate needs to know which Jira tickets it is supposed to pick up and send over to the other end. In order to do that, you can use the Filter Entities button to choose from all these filters. So let's say the issue type is a bug, which has a certain status like in progress. Exalate should then look for tickets that are bugs whose status is in progress. So when both these conditions are met, the Exalate will pick those tickets up and send them over to the other side of the connection. If you cannot find your required filter out here, you can use the More button, and this will provide you with further fields to do this. Again, remember when you use the automated way, that's when the filters really come in handy. And as we said, the other way coming back from Azure DevOps to Jira is currently disabled, so it doesn't make sense for me to filter entities. That's why this one's grayed out. But if I choose the automatic way, then I'll be able to choose the filters. And obviously, these filters are based on the Azure DevOps instance. So if I click on State, these will be the Azure DevOps states that are shown to me. But the idea is exactly the same. If I just say Completed and save it, the idea is that any Azure DevOps tickets that move to the status completed will automatically be synced over to the Jira side.